Okay, I'm going to do a little mini lesson with something that's a little bit harder than we usually do. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this Nearpod first experience. This will be a short video, but you had a math problem like this on Wednesday night's homework, and I've never taught you how to do it, so I thought I'd better teach you right now, okay? So first let's read the question. Alex practices baseball for 1 3/4 hours on Mondays and 1.5 hours on Wednesdays. Write and solve, so there's two things you need to do, an equation. Remember, an equation has a equal sign, where B represents the total time Alex practices. So when it says B represents the total time, B is the answer, okay? But you also have to solve and find the real answer. So first, let's write and solve the equation, okay? So let me make a little line here. Okay. I like to use my highlighter. You don't have to use your highlighter. I just think it kind of looks cool. I should have made it thicker, but here we go. So on that inside of there, let's write and solve an equation, okay? So the equation would be what? 1.5. And then is it total time? So we're going to add or subtract. We're going to add. What is the other time on Wednesdays? Oh, I'm sorry, that was Wednesdays, but you can go either way because it's adding. Plus 1 3/4. Okay, but to make it an equation, remember we need an equal sign. And then they tell you what it has to equal. It has to equal B. So there's your equation we're trying to solve. 1.5 plus 1 3/4 equals B. But it did say write and solve, okay? So let me change colors here. I like purple, if I can find it, okay? So let's solve it, of course. You just stack it. So we go 1.5 plus 1 3/4, okay? Fraction bars far away, common denominator is 4 times 1 times 2. Okay, and then let's write it sideways. 1 2/4 plus 1 3/4 equals 2 5/4. 5/4 is a fraction greater than 1, so we know that equals 1 1/4 plus the 2 wholes. So B, you're like, where are you getting B from? Remember, B stands for the amount of time that Alex practices. What does B equal? We know now. See, it's in the same spot after the equal sign. Oops, sorry. Oh, where is it? 5 1/4. Wait, no. What did I do wrong? 3 1/4. Sorry. 2 plus 1 equals 3 1/4. Okay? So I hope I wasn't just being confusing there, but... So look what we did one more time. First we wrote the equation. Then we solved the equation, and whatever the letter was represented. Okay, so let's do another one. One more quickly. Kimberly studied for 2.5 hours in the morning and 1 4/5 hours in the afternoon. Write and solve. So we have to first write the equation, an equation where S this time instead of B represents the total time. Okay, so we have 2.5. Total time again is add plus 1 4/5. Equals, remember equation means equals, expressions don't have an equal sign, and it says it has to be the letter S. So there's our equation, but now we need to solve it. So let me get another color. Let's see, this time what do you guys want? Gray? I heard a gray out there? No, I heard a pink. Okay, so let's do 2.5. We'll do this quick. We're going to stack it. Looks a lot like red. 2.5 plus 1 4/5. Fraction bars far away. Common denominator is 10. 4 x's, this should be easy for you guys, times 2 is 8, times 5 is 5, write it sideways, 2 5/10 plus 1 8/10 equals 3 13/10. 13/10 is a fraction greater than 1, so how many tens are in 13? 1, remainder 3/10. But don't forget you have the 3 wholes. So my actual answer, again, last time I'll switch colors back to what, gray? Okay, I heard a gray out there, would be S this time. Why S? Because it told us that it should equal S. S equals 3 plus 1 is 4 3/10. Okay. Hopefully that helped. You can always, I think, rewind and watch this if you need to. And the next thing you're going to have to do is probably practice one of these on the next slide.